Hello and happy Thanksgiving 2022 to you and your family. I hope and pray that you have a wonderful Thanksgiving, especially this year. We're still in the middle of the pandemic, so you know what? We cannot take it for granted that we are now safe or we are home safe. So I hope you stay safe whilst you're celebrating Thanksgiving right here in the United States. I know some of you might watch me from around the world. In the United States, today we celebrate Thanksgiving in November. So I wanted to just share 10 quick ways to become more grateful, because it is a time to be grateful. And sometimes it's difficult to find, the energy or even, the excitement to be grateful. So I thought, you know what, let me just come up with 10 quick ways that you can be grateful. And you can take these ways not just for today, but any other day when you're trying to get yourself back up again. Because gratitude is usually very helpful when you have those times where nothing is working, you're not feeling good, the mood is just down and just blur. And then you turn around, you use one of these, 10 things that I'm going to share with you to just lift up your mood and, get yourself back up again where you can feel a little better. So let's talk about those 10 things. The first thing is keep a gratitude journal. Anybody that has worked with me knows that I am a big journaling person, and I encourage you to keep a journaling, a journal, because when you set aside time to just recall and just think of the things that you're grateful for, it keeps you grounded. And I know sometimes it even makes you relaxed. Number 2, remember the bad. To be grateful in your current state, it is helpful for you to remember the hard times, the times when you were down, the times when things were difficult, and how you were able to move from those difficult moments to where you are right now. Ask yourself 2 questions for number 3. What have I received from, and you can write the names. What have I given to, you can fill in that blank. And ask other people to remind you of the things that you have done. Many a time I find people that I just meet, or sometimes I just get an email or I get a phone call and saying, you know what, I just remember, Stem, when you helped me such and such, or I remember you said this and that. And I'm like, I did? And they said, yeah, you remember when you helped me with this, or remember when you said this? And I'm like, I don't remember, but thank you for reminding me. So it is very, humbling when you do things for other people wholeheartedly and help out, because then it always comes back and helps you. Because many a time when I get those messages, I'm down and out myself, and I just need something to uplift me. And you know what? Somebody will call, write an email, or say something. Number 4, learn to say prayers or sayings of gratitude. I say prayers. I am a believer, so I say prayers of gratitude, and that helps me a lot. Number 5, come to your senses. Now, I don't mean it that way, but I mean, come to your senses where you actually, recognize that you are smelling, you can eat, you can taste, all your senses, you can smell. Because when you recognize that, it helps you appreciate the fact that you actually can do those simple things, of having your senses that are functional, because some people are not able to smell, feel, or even taste, the food or drinks or anything that they are eating. Number 6, use visual reminders of the things that you're grateful for. I use pictures. I take a lot of pictures, as many of you might even know that I'm always going and doing photo shoots and taking pictures, because for pictures, right, for me, they have a story behind every photo shoot that I do, or every picture. Even if it's a selfie that I take, there's a story behind it. So I use visual. I'm always taking pictures. Right now now I live in Orlando, Florida, I do have a photographer, a young lady who I met when I was working at the library, and that was one of my worst moments in my life at that time. And I found this job at the library, and it became one of the best jobs that I have ever done, which is working with the homeless people in the library. So she's a photographer for the Orange County Library Systems here. And when I was there, she took a picture of me as the social worker in the library. That's the position that I held when I went there. And, I loved, the way that she takes pictures. She's a very young lady. And I asked her if she could be my photographer outside, the library. Little did I know that she would be my go-to person, my savior during the pandemic, because I live in Orlando, Florida by myself. My sisters, my brothers, my mom, they live in Boston, Massachusetts. Dad lives in Kwekwe in Zimbabwe. So I didn't have anyone around here in Orlando except taking pictures with Amanda. Her name is Amanda, and I took pictures with her throughout the pandemic. I would call her and we would go outside with our mask. I take off my mask and I do the photo shoot, and those gave me life when I took those photos. So find, if you can also have photos that you have, old photos, pull them up and look at those photos, because they again will remind you of another point that we spoke earlier, of the places that you've been and where you have been. Number 7, make a vow to practice gratitude all the time, hopefully every day. Make it a practice, as I say, to write in your journal. But see if you can write a vow like, I vow to, count my blessings every day. And that vow is something that will help you to make sure that you don't forget to, count your blessings every day. I like that song that says, count your blessings one by one. I can't sing, but I remember those words where it says, count your blessings one by one. When we do that, to count your blessings one by one, it energizes you, but 2, it brings you more and more things to be grateful for every day. Number 8, watch your language. Grateful people have a particular way of talking and listening. They use language like gifts, givers, blessings, blessed, fortune, fortunate, abundance. They do not focus on how good they are, but rather on the good things that others have done, that they acknowledge, has been given to them. They look at the good things that life has to bring to them. Be that person. Number 9, go through the motions. Sometimes we do have to go through pain. We do have to cry. We do have to, maybe have regrets in life. Go through the motions, but at the end of the day, find a way that you can learn from those moments, difficult moments. Because I don't know about you, but for every difficult moment that I've gone through, for every challenge that I've gone through, I have grown, and it has taught me a lesson. Everything has a lesson in it for us to grow. And number 10, think outside the box. If you want to make the most out of life or opportunities that come your way every day, because every day there are opportunities that are coming your way, be open and think outside the box. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you wherever you are this year. I want to acknowledge those of you that have lost loved ones this year or before, that Thanksgiving is a difficult time for you. I want to send much love and prayers to all of you in this time, and remind you that there is always other people that you can be around that will be supportive for you. So if you're by yourself and you're living by yourself, I want to encourage you to reach out and talk to people or hang around with other people that will hold you in this time of difficulty. So again, happy Thanksgiving. And as I always say, my name is Dr. Stembile Mahlatini. Be encouraged.